Jude was known in his neighborhood for two things: his excellent barbering skills and his undying love for Anita. But to his friends, he was also known as ATM Boyfriend. Jude wasn't just a boyfriend, he was Anita's personal problem solver. "Sss, baby, my landlord is shouting about rent again." "Don't worry, I'll sort it out," Jude would reply. "Baby, my slipper's cut at my bestie's place, the guy I told you about." "Oh, okay, I'll get you another one tomorrow," Jude would reply. "My neighbor's goat ate my flowers." "Sorry, my queen, I'll buy new ones." Jude's devotion knew no bounds. He was the perfect Mugu boyfriend. He once borrowed money to buy Anita a phone, which she gave to one guy like that. The stupid boy still bought another one for her, after she faked tears telling him that the phone was stolen. His friends had seen enough of this Father Christmas, generous giver, and man supporter of girl. They quickly advised him to test his girlfriend to see if she would stand by him in any situation. The day of the test arrived. The policeman dragged Jude to Anita's house like a common criminal. Jude was dressed like a thief, with bruises on his face and handcuffs on his hand. Anita opened the door, looking radiant in a new Ankara gown, one Jude had paid for. Her perfectly arched eyebrows rose in surprise at the sight of her boyfriend in handcuffs. "Madam," one officer began, trying not to laugh, "this man says he's your boyfriend and that he has been giving you money. Is this true?" Anita blinked twice, looked at Jude and then looked at the officers. "Who?" "This one," she said, pointing at Jude like he was a stray cat. Jude's jaw dropped. "Anita, it's me, Jude, your baby, your honey pie, your one and only, your..." Anita quickly cut him off, frowning as if she had just been insulted. "Officer, I don't know this man. Maybe he's one of those scammers that roam the area. Please take him away before he embarrasses me further." "But..." Jude started, only for Anita to cut him off again with a wave of her manicured hand. "Take him! Do whatever you like with him. I don't have time for this nonsense." Jude stood there, mouth agape, his dark face glistening with a mixture of sweat and disbelief. The two policemen, struggling to keep straight faces, glanced at each other, unsure whether to keep playing along or burst out laughing. They were just looking at Jude sarcastically, trying not to laugh. "I think they have left you now. Your eyes are now clear." Jude's voice trembled as he took a step forward, clinking the handcuffs. "Anita, it's me. Jude, your baby, your king. Don't you recognize me?" Anita's eyes narrowed like a judge sentencing a criminal. "Officer, I said I don't know this man," she repeated, her voice dripping with disdain. Her manicured fingers twitched as if eager to slam the door shut. Jude dropped to his knees, oblivious to the dust staining his trousers. "Please, Anita, don't do this. You know me. I've done everything for you, paid your rent, bought your slippers, even replaced those flowers the goat ate." "Wow, neighbor's goat ate her flowers. You are the one replacing them." "You try," the policeman thought. Anita sighed dramatically, folding her arms. "Is this some kind of sick joke? I don't have time for stray men and their stories." Just then, a sleek black car pulled up, the engine humming smoothly before shutting off. Out stepped a tall, well-dressed man with a gold wristwatch that sparkled in the afternoon sun. It was Samson. His confident stride slowed as he took in the scene before him: Jude on the ground in handcuffs, Anita at the door, and two policemen watching like they were in the middle of a soap opera. Samson's brow furrowed as he approached. "What's going on here?" His voice was calm but curious. He turned to Anita, his eyes questioning. "Who is this man?" Anita, ever quick on her feet, rolled her eyes. "Just some desperate guy claiming to be my boyfriend. The police caught him, and now he's making up stories." Jude's head snapped up, his eyes wide with shock. "Samson?" he whispered. "It's me." "Jude." Samson squinted, recognition dawning on his face. "Jude, my barber." He stepped closer, his mouth forming a stunned O. "What are you doing here, man? Why are you in handcuffs?" Jude swallowed hard, his voice cracking. "Samson, she's my girlfriend. Anita is the woman I've been telling you about all this time. Samson took a step back as if he had been struck. Wait, Anita? He turned to face her, his voice rising with disbelief. Anita is the same girlfriend you've been talking about? Anita's confident posture faltered. Samson, listen, it's not what it looks like. Jude clenched his fists, the handcuffs rattling. Samson, the worst part is, this was supposed to be a surprise proposal. His voice broke. I planned all this to test her loyalty before proposing. He nodded toward the police car. There's a banner in the trunk that says, Anita, will you marry me? The silence was deafening. Samson blinked, staring at Jude in disbelief. A proposal? Jude nodded, his eyes glossy with unshed tears. I've never come here without telling her. That's probably why I never met you. Samson's face contorted with rage and heartbreak. He turned to Anita. You knew. You've been seeing both of us. You've been lying to me, too. Anita's mouth opened, but no words came. She was trapped, caught in a web of her own deceit. I didn't... Samson shook his head, his voice shaking. I was going to propose today, too. I had a ring in my car. I was ready to make you my wife. The weight of the moment hung heavy in the air. The two men, once strangers bonded by shared betrayal, stood side by side, devastated. Jude looked at Samson and a bitter chuckle escaped him. She got us both. Without another word, Samson turned on his heel and walked to his car. Jude stood slowly, the policeman unlocking the handcuffs in silence. He didn't even look back at Anita as he limped towards the street, his heart shattered. Anita stood frozen, her hands trembling. Wait, Jude, Samson, she called after them, her voice cracking. Neither man turned around. She was left alone on the porch, the realization sinking in. The two men who had loved her with all their hearts were gone. The policemen exchanged awkward glances, then silently got back into their car, driving away with the unused banner in the trunk. Anita sank to the ground, her perfect makeup smudged, her mind racing. She had played her game too well and now she had no one.